live?
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
What was it?
I was about to say
Four Kings podcast. We got our special guest in the building, Miss Hunter.
Hey.
Our usual
Yeah.
suspect, Miss Cat.
Oh, hi. Yes.
Hello.
Mm.
And we got your boy C-Mac. We're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. You know what they say, kiss. Keep it short and sweet, or keep it simple and sweet. Keep it simple and short. However you gonna call it.
Okay.
We're gonna jump right into it. Life's been lifing.
Mm.
I had a hell of a weekend. All I can say is COVID is still very much real.
Yes, it is.
People are popping positive. So y'all
Wear
might
your
wanna,
mask.
Yeah, I don't know about wearing no mask, but y'all stay from fucking outside. I mean, that's everything. We outside. No,
Wash
go
your
ass inside.
hands, wash
That's
your
That part.
ass.
That
When
part.
you come in the house, go take a shower.
I'm gonna take me a shower when I get to
I'm
the
just
house. I'm
saying.
ready.
Like,
I'm so ready for a shower. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I need to unwind. get all
It's
this.
people, I be seeing people don't be washing their hands. I ain't gonna say no names, but
No bullshit. I done told the story before. I done seen a lawyer not wash his hands after
That's
just shaking his junk. You know what I'm
gross.
saying? He was in the restroom, left up out of there, opened the door, walked out. I seen him shake somebody's hand. I said, I will never shake his hand again. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you are pee-pee fingers.
Not the pee-pee finger.
Pee-pee fingers.
Lord.
Shout out to Ray Bud. He can be here tonight. Again.
Yeah.
Grown folk, grown man shit. That's all I say, grown man shit.
Life be life and
life be life.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jamie. Jamie couldn't be here tonight.
Her not feeling well.
She's not feeling well. Hope she say she ain't got COVID, but I'm gonna take her word for it. So I need you to run that clip. You got the clip already on cue for me, so we can go on and jump into this real quick. So last week, we talked about Keke Palmer and her little situation, and we had even further deliberation about that because there's been newfound clippage, right? So, and then it further opens the door for more questions. So just play the clip real quick, Kat.
Booties matter. My son gave me some ass. I'm my own boss, and I got my own cash. I don't need a nigga. Only thing I need some bags. The booties matter. My son gave me some ass. I'm my own boss, and I got my own cash. I don't need a
Hold on now, Kat. You're rocking too hard now. Wait a minute. You feeling it. So we just had the conversation about
I felt the part about the little booties
matter
because I haven't always had a booty. So after I had my daughter,
I was about to say when you come into your gluteus maximus.
My daughter, she gave me a lot of things, and
daughter gave you
booty was one.
Arse.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I love about Keke in this moment is she had her baby and has discovered herself as a woman.
Mm.
Usually it kind of goes in reverse sometimes.
Okay.
But for her, it seems like her confidence has skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been the best experience for her personally.
Yeah.
Her confidence, her just everything. Everything about her just seems like she's just glowing now.
Mm.
I mean, that's how you look at it. I mean, I look at it like, to me, she a full city girl.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that.
I mean, that song right there signified it to me.
How?
What about
she
it?
She talked about little booties matter. Her son gave her
me some ass.
Yes, that's a true statement.
All right.
Pause.
Because that is a true statement. It's a true statement. And babies be giving you a lot. They be discoloring you. They be doing all kinds of stuff, widening your nose. Now, luckily, that goes back, I would say I gained a size in my foot.
I did too. I went from an 8 to a 9.
Yeah. And wide feet,
No, it didn't get wide, but it did get a little longer.
Yeah.
And then
I ain't got long. It ain't supposed to happen.
the xanthelasma on my eyes, I got that from her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been growing.
It does change your body.
Yeah.
It changes your body forever.
That Michael Jackson knows when you be pregnant,
It gets wide. Yeah.
And all that shit you go through for what? 2 seconds of fun? 3?
Oh.
I mean, it's
seconds.
It's not
it
even
was a little longer than that.
Exactly. I'm about to say. Yeah, you went back.
I give him that.
You got to add it all up.
Yeah.
So look out. Tonight, right now we talking about Keke Palmer, right?
All right.
And so one of the conversations we were having when we were off camera is that she basically threw away her whole family. She's in city girl mode, you know.
How has she thrown away her home?
I didn't say that.
I didn't either.
Because she basically said, I don't need a nigga. I get my own bag, this, that, and the third.
There's a lot of women out there like that.
She don't need one that's nagging her.
But they make this music. They don't even live by their same life. Cardi B was right now. I don't cook. I don't clean. Offset sure caught her ass in the house cleaning that day. Say, you don't cook, you don't clean, huh? She just looked at him like,
well, okay, she's an artist. That's first. Okay. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she abides by everything that she's rapping about.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though. So again, Keke around there. Well, so I think Keke around there living what she say. So let's just go on, throw that out there.
Well, I don't know Keke to be a.
Well, first of all, Keke's baby daddy started the shit.
How did he start it?
Man, he a boy toy.
What do you mean? How did he start it?
I think he was just a boy.
Oh, she's a mom. She can't wear a dress, a see-through dress, or whatever it was she had on.
She had a dress with her cakes out. It was see-through. You could see them cheeks. Okay.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me?
So she can't wear that because she's a mom?
And I went through this last week. So you are a reflection of who you with.
That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie.
That's the truth.
You are a reflection of your damn self.
Not true. So from the very moment that you start deciding that you want to have, so again,
so she became an extension of him when they got together.
So the conversation we were having before, right, about when a man decides that he's gonna sit down and start to make this a forever thing.
Okay.
This is the vision. You are now like I'm treating you and carrying you as such in this moment and in this time, space, and continuum of what we have, right?
Okay.
The shit changed a little bit. You can't just do the same thing she was doing previously. So hear me out. If we're now living together, I'm treating you like my wife. I'm doing, and we're carrying on in that manner. We're trying to be a family, right? Explain to me where it would be appropriate for me to do certain things, and it's okay for you to do certain things just because it's you and you're trying to be a woman and you're comfortable in your skin and you're making. And I hate the excuse that you're an entertainer. That to me don't work.
That is what she is.
So if I go, as an entertainer,
it's a different atmosphere. I'm sorry, it is what it is. The same way with the porn people. It's just a different environment. It's not the same as us, regular folks. I'm sorry.
I don't agree with the fact that you have made this woman your wife and she has to live by a certain standard. That just seems that's like me marrying a man and I want to move to, let's say, Austin, and he doesn't want to move to Austin, and I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Just sit back and just not do what it is that I want to do?
That's correct. So no, hear me out. Marriage or being in a relationship, you have to understand that the very foundation and premise. A relationship means you come together for a particular purpose, goal. Y'all have a commonality here.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the same commonality, you have to have some kind of common ground. Now, if we're going to sit here and have an understanding of mutual respect.
So like some ground rules?
Yeah, right.
We have a mutual respect for
he didn't go over these rules.
If we're going to have a mutual respect for
There's silent rules because it happens when y'all get together and then he starts looking at you as a wife and expecting you to do certain things, but he doesn't communicate to you what those things are.
Yeah, we're just supposed to be some mind readers.
So when you want to buy a dress with your cheeks out, it's inappropriate because he thinks it's inappropriate because you shouldn't be walking around like that.
I'm glad you said that. So when you think about this as being a reflection of this person that you're with, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're also supposed to take into consideration about how this makes the other person feel. Because, and that's the common ground, right? The commonality. So you were talking, the example you gave about going to Austin. If you were talking about going to Austin and he didn't want to go to Austin, somebody got to move, somebody got to shake, somebody got to move, somebody got to understand. So what is the real reason why? More or less wanting versus needing. and you put your wants in one hand, your needs in the other hand, I guarantee your needs are gonna outweigh your wants.
We breaking up. I don't mean the connection. I
so,
mean the
so now she's gonna go ahead and get
relationship.
divorced because you don't. That's kind of extreme.
How so? It's over.
You just
Because I'm not going to be living in some sort of what is it like live with resentment toward this person because I'm trying to do something that this person doesn't want to do. Like Kat was saying earlier, we grow and we change daily.
We evolve.
So what was good yesterday may not be good today.
But go ahead, Kat.
So here's the thing, and this is where I don't know. Maybe it's not all men, but I feel like a lot of men want you just to adapt to whatever it is and however it is y'all want to live.
Say that one more time.
I get it. She's right.
Say that one more time, Kat.
Y'all want us to adapt. Y'all want us to pretty much obey.
You would go there. You would go there.
Why you yelling at me?
Because you already know.
You need to stay in your sweet spot.
No, because remember when we went? Remember when we went on there? So, all right, so I had posted in our group today, right?
Yeah.
I had watched the clip where they were going through vows.
You want me to play the clip?
You got the clip?
I got you post. You put it.
Well, you go on, play the clip then. Hell yeah. Cue that thing up.
Lords. Listen.
Here you go, fella. Toot that thing up.
Listen.
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
Now, you already know what my bone to pick with that shit is. I don't even know why you even went there. But the fact that she had an issue with having to say obey speaks bigger volumes.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have married her. I mean,
Why does she have to obey? I don't understand.
Look,
what
we
is
all take vows.
let's
right?
define obey.
But see, and again, the same way you want to sit up here and define obey, now we're going to sit up here and go and define submit, right? And really, the true definition of what they were trying to convey within that space of what that moment, not that moment, what that represented, wasn't necessarily meaning just to obey like a dog or an animal.
Or a child. I was thinking a child.
Right. Obeying means to be able to
follow your lead
under the covenant and they follow lead. That's it. That's all that means. But see,
what if you lead me down the path of unrighteousness?
But why are you even there at the altar with him if you don't think you can obey and follow the lead?
Something to do.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. You shouldn't have been there in the first place.
I wouldn't say, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all have old school views about marriage.
No,
I do.
I don't necessarily have.
So I no longer believe in the institution, but go on.
I'm not truly bound and confined to a very rigid understanding of what marriage symbolizes and what it means. The ideal of what it means to be two people coming together as one, at the very least, is what is where it starts for me. That's the foundation. Now, there's a lot of different things that, all these people want to tell you how marriage is, how it's supposed to work. What I do know is that a marriage functions completely different for everybody. There's going to be some things that are consistent across the board, but it's not going to be 100% identical.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I can say that should be 100% identical is that you both should love each other. You should both have a respect for each other, and you should both have some way to be able to communicate, to be able to get through the times that you're not going to be able to see eye to eye all the time, right? Because it's constant work, it's constant effort. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. They try to put this grand, it's supposed to be this ideal situation. It's supposed to be a fairy tale. It's not.
It's not a
That's what we're
freaking
taught.
fairy tale. It's not. Like,
it is not.
I think people are very naive in thinking that marriage is just, happily ever after. It's not.
It's
not
not.
even in a relationship. Like, especially if you've been in there for as long as I was in that mother. But anyway, there are gonna be times where you don't like this motherfucker. Like, I don't like. I love you, but I don't like your ass right now. We need to get back to the, the liking part. I love you, but
We
I don't
talked
like
about
you
that
right now.
Unhappy last week, right?
Yeah,
Where,
right.
where the dude tried to approach the chick and asked her if she was married, and she said yeah, and he was like, "But are you happy?" And she was like, "No." But then, why does that even matter? Because it's not. Again, if I'm not happy, that's between me and you.
Because men who are out there lurking on married women,
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
yeah, they will. They'll if a woman is miserable, okay, and men too. Okay, it's not just women, but they'll prey on a woman who is vulnerable, who is unhappy, who is, emotionally, not connected to her man in that moment. But that's where, there has to be some kind of willingness to endure.
So that's that shoulder to crown and that to lean on, huh?
Yeah, that's what people do. Yeah.
My God.
Man, cut it out. Look, I'm gonna say this. Happy, she made the best thing. She was like,
we aren't in control of our happiness.
Yeah,
you're not in control of mine.
Right.
I'm not in control of yours. Come happy.
But at the same time, if I'm not happy with you, not to say that I'm not happy with myself, but certain things that you're doing, I'm not happy because you're doing those things. Then it's up to us to work through it. Because
communicate.
Again, if the love is there, the foundation is there, you're gonna work through it. You're gonna get through it.
Communicate.
And you're gonna get back to being happy.
Communicate
with each other.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now, I hate that whole saying, that old saying, if mom's not happy, the whole house is fucked up. But
it's true.
Hell nah. I'm gonna be happy. I don't know. Hey, cracking jokes around this morning. Hey, aha!
Daddy ain't funny. Shit.
They do tend to laugh a little bit more when they're happy though. And then when you crack a little joke here and there, it might miss because they ain't happy. But if you hit the zanger though, they gonna laugh. They gonna break. And then I'm gonna hit you with something.
Lord.
And I can't stand you. That's right. But you love me. So that was. I'm glad you brought that up, Kat, because it's a lot of people that don't understand that concept. And that obey was the trigger word. And oh Lord. So
yeah. I mean, vows are not to be taken lightly. I believe in them. Even though I have not been married, but I still believe in them. I don't necessarily want to be led to hell. So.
Do they both say obey? I've been married. I just don't remember what I said. Do they both say obey? I can't remember.
Shit. I just said whatever I had to say.
I know. I just remember saying okay.
You might have. I ain't gonna say that.
I don't know.
I mean, I said whatever I said.
Somebody chime in.
But I do know.
Yeah. Do they both say obey?
At the end of the day, what I do know, with everything that's in me as a man, I'm supposed to protect, provide, and profess. And so, and that's what I stick to. I may not always be able to do all the extra stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm the ride or die, and I may cuss and fuss and be all this other stuff, because some other stuff didn't happen, but I'm not gonna let and that's the other reason why. As a man, you're looked at whether this thing succeeds or fails. Remember, I was talking about the whole thing about how men take heartache so much harder through a relationship or whatever versus how a woman does.
I don't know if I believe that.
And that's fine. But a man,
I think they handle it differently.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think they just handle it differently.
Very true.
Yeah.
But we're judged on the successes and the failures of not just us, but our whole family.
Who's doing this judgment? This is the pressure that y'all put on yourselves.
It's not pressure that we put on
and
ourselves.
Who's doing this judgment? Who gives a shit?
So
your marriage fails. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. Who's doing the judgment?
So prime example, when Tia and Corey Harvey broke. They decided to separate.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah, but you
This one right here. Wait. This one right here.
Talking about people who are in the public.
I understand that, but it's easier to resonate and identify somebody that's a public figure versus a regular person that people don't have common knowledge of. But
that people don't have access to.
But this is somebody who we sat up here, and when the relationship went, most women were like, he did something. But at the end of the day, we found out it wasn't anything he did. She just flat out said she wasn't happy anymore.
We'll never know.
If she said that out of her own mouth, that's what we...
Yeah, she said that out of her own mouth.
And it's funny. You know what? It's funny that she said that because, do you know that's what a lot of women cite when they file divorces? Because, 80 to 90% of women are the ones that file a divorce, right?
Yes. Okay. You've told us this already.
Very true.
I thought it was the man.
No, sir. No, ma'am.
I thought we read something recently that said it was the man.
It's the women.
It's the woman.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because again,
I wonder
a man
why.
say death to us do you part. How many
First of all,
men be around there talking
what
about
is your definition of death do us part?
Because some of no one else will.
Right.
That's not what that means, people.
Right.
Let me break it down. Okay. So death do us part means when God calls me home. Not when you call me home and you gonna choke me to death. That's
I'm
not
choke
what that
you with the righteous hand of the Lord.
That's not what that means. Okay, people, y'all got it twisted.
Be clear.
Y'all out here trying to take each other out. If I can hear you, can't nobody. No, that's not what that means.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Nah, but in all
what's wrong with
fairness,
y'all?
in all fairness, no, like it's a lot of men do just that's not our stick. Like if we in this, we in this. That's why you'll see a lot of men when they get divorced, they say, I ain't doing this shit again.
Mm-hmm. Fuck y'all.
So because like it's just like they just, and if they do it again,
that to me is very
the more you get married after the first one.
I don't believe in your statistic.
I don't necessarily believe that. And I think look at Steve Harvey. How many times have you been married? Seems like now he's like, I thought he was on his third wife. But he could be
second or third, yeah.
Okay.
But the thing about it is though, you know why that's worked? Because
he's older and you don't want to be alone.
A sucker. Let's call it what it is.
Okay.
So Steve.
Here we go.
You got the protection on. Keep the protection on. Y'all know that syphilis is on the rise. So keep everything.
How fitting.
Wrap it up.
The money. Okay. 128%. It's up to
They do have female condoms too.
Yeah.
I've never used
what if you had COVID and syphilis at the same time?
It's all kind of fun. Got genital issues and you can't breathe, you can't talk nothing. Anyway,
can't taste shit.
Can't taste nothing. But no, I really felt like Steve he's more of your traditional man, but he's also one of the men like that pander to women. And so what I mean by that is like he never really tell a man what his shortcomings were and how to rectify the situation. It's always like how he can change what he needs to do in order for it to go over better with his old lady. Sometimes she the one they need to change. But again, Steve be like, I love that woman. I kill for that woman. I do. If you hear him talk about how he talk about Marjorie, and everybody be sitting there saying, but Steve, she didn't even want you the first time around.
She looked like a scammer to me.
Apparently, she had a reputation for dating D-boys and scamming folks. That's all I'm saying.
She looked like a scammer.
So again,
her daughter,
this is the same person that didn't want you. That's why I look at that whole situation different. Like Steve, that worked for you, but I'm like,
and again, we keep talking about these people who are in the public.
All right, so what about my dad?
Oh shit. Well, only you be able to talk about your dad. We don't know your dad.
Yeah, but I'm saying just men like that. You've been married a few times, and then you reach a certain age, and then y'all have this weird, whatever it is that goes through y'all's head about you. I guess you've gotten to a certain point in life. You don't want to be single anymore. So you make it work by any means necessary. You settle.
Thank you. Hello. As literally what. So how many times is your dad married?
3.
Again with the stats, it's proven that the more times that you get married, it's proven to be less successful each time. And it's sad. It's like the first time you get married, really be like your best odds and your best chance, unless some of the folks get married for the wrong reasons the first time, and that's why it's a total disaster. By the second time, they tend to figure it out and be like, okay, this is what. But if they got to go for that third one, the success rate is super low.
But he's been married to his third wife longer than the others, I believe.
How many times was she married?
Oh, I don't know.
Is she younger or older?
Younger.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So, okay. So, that can mean a number of things, right? So, as an older man, and if he's just like, fuck it, I just want me somebody or whatever, you want somebody younger because some of the things
that obey word works. That obey word works.
That who?
Obey.
Nah, hell no.
Obey.
I ain't even know about that. I mean, it really.
You tell her to obey, and she's like,
nah.
She will.
In that situation, like, would you being an older guy and having a younger woman, it's more or less like, and I hate some people do say this term, like you teaching them and raising them.
I don't want no granddaddy.
Huh? You don't want no granddaddy?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't want no popo?
I don't want one of those.
That's all you want, sugar daddy. Sugar daddy.
I don't even want one of those.
What you like, younger men?
I like them to be around my age, maybe
Oh,
a little bit older.
Huh? What's that?
I said age appropriate.
Yeah.
Age appropriate. Oh. I don't know about all that.
Oh.
You know, I mean, older, younger, it don't matter.
He's married.
Yeah, but I've had older, younger, so it never mattered.
It's funny. You're married. I'm divorced, and Cass says she's never been married. So we should all have like 3 different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
To a degree.
Yeah.
So I want you to look at that foundation. Like, I honestly feel like if you look at, so prime example with this whole syphilis thing, right?
Lord have mercy.
So how does syphilis even get spread?
The married men.
Damn! Wait a minute. Why y'all be married? So because they were talking about pregnant women was the ones that had all the syphilis.
Where they get it from?
The married men.
I mean, hey,
that they pregnant for.
Damn, that's a cold lead. I don't like that one. Well, sucks to be them.
Sticking and moving.
But nah. So women vastly outnumber men. So my thing is, are they all sleeping with the same?
Yes, they bouncing on the same D.
There you go. Hello. That's all that's the point I was trying to come across. I'm like, somebody got to be sharing penis. You know,
a lot of somebody's.
There you go. And don't even know it. 6 dicks degree separation.
I hate you, mother. I can't stand y'all.
Lord have mercy.
Running singing Usher and R. Kelly. Same girl.
Oh my God.
Well, look.
That means that he's yeah. It's why can't I find my damn words tonight? But it's one of him, and he raw dogging everybody.
Or multiple. Like I said, because it spread, and I'm like, dang. Like the number, and basically it was information that was reported this year from the last 3 years. The number had just went up. But I know all these youngsters, they be out here raw dogging like it ain't nothing. You be telling them, hey, y'all need
and they don't go to the doctor.
No,
like y'all don't even go to, especially you men.
They're gonna get some elderberry.
Especially you men.
Go get some sea moss. I'll be all right.
That is not. That's no.
Them young folks gonna get some stuff they seen on TikTok.
Let them stick your arm. Let them, run some tests, especially you ladies. Let them swab your stuff. Y'all need to be going every year. What's wrong with y'all?
So found this out reading the article.
I'm sorry.
You actually supposed to get.
I'm informing.
A pap smear 3 times when you're pregnant, and they're supposed to check for syphilis. Just find that out. So a lot of these folks don't even get their prenatal care and all this other stuff too.
Well, I mean, people that. Some people just don't have access to
that's too
health care and things like that.
But they got access to TikTok.
You got access to D.
Yeah, hey. And you know what I saw on TikTok about a few weeks ago? I meant to talk about it. The Barbie movie was coming out, and I don't know if you've seen all these grown-ass men doing the Barbie challenge. It was so like, I was like,
what is that? I don't even know what that is.
They would do like show themselves or whatever, and then they do the close-up, and when they zoom out, they had on pink dress and all that other type of shit. I'm like, no.
I was about to say, are they getting syphilis from each other?
See, you know what? That might be them.
And then
and that's my other thing too.
Yeah.
Like, could it be the same sex passing it around?
That was my first thought, but I wasn't gonna say it. Or the same sex passing it around, yeah, and then going home to their wives.
What'd you say, Kat?
It's the undercover brothers.
Oh, that both of y'all was running and talking about that undercover shit. Undercovers.
Okay.
Jesus. Oh.
Look, all I gotta say is folks need to do better. Gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, they really do.
Because it's
all I gotta say is you married men need to stop knocking down these women outside your home.
Married men, stay in your marriages, stay out of people's DMs.
Right.
Boy, y'all must have a lot of men.
Listen to Kat and leave that outside cat alone.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh my God.
If you and people who are in relationships, like, you know, it's just some weird energy.
It's always somebody goddamn husband somewhere trying to something. Nobody wants these men like that.
You right. Nobody be shooting at your boy. I'll be like, hey, old lady, yeah, it ain't about that.
Wait, you say when the women?
I go home, I can leave my phone out like this, face up.
Oh, because you dry?
Huh?
You dry? What you mean? What
No,
you
like I ain't got them problems. Like, you know how some folks come in.
Oh,
I do that. I do that out of habit because of the last person I talked to. So I put it down.
Yeah.
I got used to doing it. So it's just something that I do.
You got baggage, you scored.
Listen, I never said I was perfect.
Okay.
I am healing still. So, you know, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
I ain't perfect, honey. I don't sit up here and claim to be perfect.
Hello.
I am not.
Did you just give her a snap?
I did.
Yeah. That was a snap.
A snap in the Z formation. 3 snaps in the Z formation.
So you ain't got to do that with me. Somebody said, I guess, then you ain't got to turn your stuff over for them, Kat.
Who said that?
I don't know who it was that said it. I don't know who said it.
Who that was?
I don't know.
What's your name?
And I ain't even finna look right now.
Look at the Tree.
It probably was.
Shut up, Tree.
Yeah, there it is. What up, Tree?
Lawrence.
I think my boy Kelly getting ready to move back home.
I haven't seen him on here in a while.
Yeah, I think he getting ready to move back home. And I got to get home, finish these garage repairs.
Oh, you mean the garage you broke?
I didn't break the garage. The garage door broke. All of a sudden, I'm starting my day on Saturday. Open the garage door.
Oh, you must have been in timeout, Tree.
He was on Facebook jail, I think.
Oh, okay. You gotta stop posting stuff.
So you're gonna fix the garage door and then think, for probably the rest of the week, I've taken care of my wife. She good. I'll fix that garage door.
Yeah, because that car ain't got to be outside no more.
Wow. Okay.
Do you know how much it costs to get a garage door fixed? And yo. Thank you.
I can't hear what that was.
I know you don't, but I know what them buttons is, so we good.
First of all, I'm sorry. Future boo. Let me just break something down to you.
For real.
I don't need a whole lot. Okay. I don't require a lot. But
use the Tree because you ain't registered. You gotta register. That's all. But you say yeah, he heard them gunshots. You say you don't require a lot. But
no, I don't, but I do require, like certain things that are needed. Like,
like
emotional needs.
Yeah.
Does garage door fall under emotional?
Shit, you
Like,
okay, hold on.
run me some bath
Where you
water
park your car at?
sometimes.
In
Do
the
you
garage.
cook?
Oh, okay. All right.
Can
And
you
if it
cook?
breaks, then I call the people.
Pour me a glass of
Next
wine.
question.
Rub my feet. Don't stop doing stuff.
Nobody, like, and I'm gonna say this. Nobody.
It doesn't have to be all the time.
There you go.
But I'm just saying. Like, you gonna wait till next week to emotional support? No. I don't think it should be like
This week
that.
you're getting the garage door support.
Because if it's
girl.
gonna be like that, then I guess I need to wait 2 more weeks to give you some. So I guess that's how it's gonna go.
And that's how it starts. Right there.
Okay. Well, it started with you
I
first.
started with me first.
I'm just saying. You said the garage door was good enough.
For the time being.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not. What?
Say move out of Texas. And then your feet be hot. Talking about your feet, talking about rubbing your feet. Yeah. Talking about, hey, Miss Honey.
Hey.
But nah. So
you know my feet be hot. My feet don't be hot.
So think about it. And y'all are just looking at the act. But there's more layers to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
How hot was it this weekend?
It was hot as hell.
Right. So I'm in the garage.
Hot as Hades.
100-degree weather.
Okay.
Ain't no air conditioning out there.
Did she bring you some ice water?
My daughter did.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Thank you, Bookie.
She was running there. She pissed my wife off. I told her, you cannot say everything that's on your mind. Daddy, I know, but I had to know. I'm telling you, you don't do that. You gonna get in trouble. I ain't gonna get in trouble. So she was like, because she didn't help you, and I was out there giving you the tools and everything. So, and my son too. And CJ didn't help either. And it was, so you was out there by yourself. I had to make sure you had towels and water. Hey, my daughter took care of me.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. That's the gangster right there. I know who ain't gonna let me go to the old folks' home. I got somewhere to go when I get old.
She still got a little older to get.
Yeah, you gotta wait till she gets to them
teenage years.
You remember back in the garage?
Play this back in a few years.
Yeah.
But nah, I gotta go and finish that up because the stuff that came in the box was only for 7 feet, and my garage door is 8 feet, so I had to go buy an extension. So I gotta go extend it. Yeah,
it sounds like fun times.
Yes, it'll be more fun times.
I can't wait to get a husband to do shit like that.
Yeah, me too.
What was that?
That's exactly what it was. You hit it right on the head. Hello, we already talked about that. You know what time it is. You can watch it in the playback. Anyway. We gotta get up out of here. Miss Hunter gonna be back next week. Jamie should be back next week. Ray Bud should be back next week. And we got some new tricks up our sleeve. This was just a short and sweet one. We had to get it in. And we got some things. Let's see. Accepting extra wives application. Here this thing.
Oh,
all right.
God. You know what? Get your ass off of here, Tree. Your ass in trouble. Where's she at?
In life. Don't go where you're tolerated. Go where you're elevated and celebrated. 4 Kings Podcast. ENT, we out.